Welcome everyone to GAMERMELD. Depending on who you are, will determine how you take today's news. Considering most of you are gamers, I'd bet on it not being good. If you followed the channel during all of the price increases in the GPU market early to mid last year, you saw that I did a few videos explaining why and giving some potential predictions. Well, as a quick backstory, the reason was fairly simple: cryptocurrencies. The decentralized online money that at the time had exploded in popularity among investors, getting the cryptocurrency Bitcoin as high as $20,000. Now, you may be wondering why that affected gaming graphics cards. By this time, Bitcoin had mostly been overrun with hardware designed specifically to mine Bitcoin in the most efficient ways possible, which increased the mining difficulty until it made the more general GPUs unprofitable. I know that doesn't exactly answer the question of why GPU prices skyrocketed. I'm getting there. Well, at the time, there was already hundreds of cryptocurrencies, but one had risen to pretty impressive heights: Ethereum. The difference in Ethereum is that it had worked pretty hard to keep ASICs off their network, so it was possible to make money mining with traditional graphics cards, even after your electricity bills were paid. When Ethereum jumped in value, this drove the demand for GPUs to astronomical levels, and due to the volatility of cryptocurrency, given how new it was in the scheme of things, AMD and Nvidia were scared of production for fear of being caught with their proverbial pants down from a crash. In came shortages and the near unbelievable prices GPUs got to. Well, eventually the cryptocurrency bubble popped and their values plummeted, finally leading to the reasonable prices of today. Speaking of better prices, did you know certain services like airlines, car rentals, and hotels charge different prices depending on where you make the booking? Well, you can get around that with today's sponsor, Surfshark, the VPN that helps you save money and a ton more, like increased loading times by blocking every single ad. Plus, it's the only VPN that supports unlimited devices, and it's just $1.99 a month if you visit surfshark.com/gamermeld today. Okay, now we're finally to the point of this video. A few days ago, Bitcoin jumped 15%, adding over $14 billion to its market value in just one day. That jump got it higher than it's been since November of last year, and it's continued to rise ever since, sitting at an overall increase of 25% in just 7 days. Now, that's just one cryptocurrency, of course, but understand that because Bitcoin is the biggest currency by far, it essentially represents the idea of cryptocurrency in general, so the others typically trend with it. For example, in the same time, Ethereum has gone up 18.7% and Litecoin rose by over 53%. All of this has inevitably led to two camps: those who say Bitcoin will reach new highs this year and others who encourage caution. On the one hand, as many have pointed out, this is very similar to what started it all last year. I mean, you've got past doubters now expecting nearly unbelievable gains. On the other hand, no one knows for sure why Bitcoin has gained so much value. One theory is a pretty big investment that caused it to jump enough to trigger automated investments, leading it to where it is now. If that's true, the gains could be short-lived. Unfortunately though, no one knows for sure, but it certainly looks like it may be going back up. Now, if it happens like before, we'll see a little up and down followed by another major jump. So what's the point I'm trying to make here? Well, I'm not saying you should rush out and buy a new graphics card before you can't anymore. We don't know if Bitcoin will continue to rise, and maybe the leftover stock from last year will be enough to cover the rise in demand. Instead, this is more of a cautionary tale of what may happen if things continue the way they have the past few days. Personally, I'd suggest gamers watch GPU prices. If they start to go up along with the continued rise in Bitcoin and you need a new graphics card, it might be time to buy one before we see things like this. If it instead goes down and seems to stay there, breathe a sigh of relief. So while that does it for today, what do you think? Are we going to see a jump in GPU prices like before, or will Bitcoin's current evaluation be short-lived? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you liked the video, definitely make sure to subscribe. And as always, have a great day.